Hello, my name is Ingrid Fallon and I'm the principal of Holy Family Community School since October 2020. I joined the school in 2017 as deputy principal, and it's now my privilege to follow in the footsteps of the three wonderful principals who came before me, Tomas O'Shea, John Walsh and Brenda Kelly. They established and led a school which promotes academic excellence, compassion and empathy, and maintaining these values is something I hold dear. Our vision statement states that we are a community of learners and our school motto is, education is opportunity. This is something I very much believe in. Every single student who walks through the gates of HFCS on their first day can be assured that they will be treated with respect, that they will be guided to aspire to be the best person that they can be, and that they can reach their academic potential. I am committed to the holistic development of the students in our care, and I am so proud to lead a staff who are as equally committed to the educational and holistic development of the students as I am. As a community school, we rely on the relationships and partnerships that have long been established in HFCS. We have close links with our local primary schools, with our Parents' Council, with the businesses and residents of Rathcoole and with our trustees. We always work in partnership, and when I see students happily sitting on the new benches funded by the Parents' Council, enjoying lunch in the sun, it is plain to see how well our partnerships work. We are a digital school and have chosen Microsoft 365 and iPads to enhance our teaching and learning. And during the most turbulent of times in education with the arrival of COVID-19 in society and in schools, we as a school were at a distinct advantage. Our junior students had iPads and our senior students were already well versed in the workings of Microsoft Office and Teams. During this time, the commitment of staff and students was clear for all to see as we rose to the challenge and worked hard to keep the lines of communication open and maintained excellent standards of teaching and learning. I knew from the day I arrived here that this was a very special school. The culture of kindness and the warm welcome is palpable, and I promise to continue to foster that culture as principal. I'm truly grateful for the support I have from all our wonderful staff and our board of management, and I feel privileged to have the opportunity to guide the young people in our community on their educational journey. I respect and understand the importance of that role. I would have loved to have you all in school here today to mark this anniversary, but sadly due to COVID that was not to be. So instead, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this video celebrating 40 years of Holy Family Community School. I would like to thank all of those who've made contributions and the committee who have worked so hard to put it all together, especially Miss Denise O'Keeffe, Deputy Principal, Clerical Officer Elaine Quinn and one of our SNAs, Owen McKeown. I invite you now to sit back, relax, take a trip down memory lane and enjoy this digital celebration of the last 40 years of HFCS.
Pobl scoil an tairg naifa, cilúr ó gáscór blian I man an léin. Doscail dóirsin an scoilad an chéadúir an luan an fihéan ó meán fór 1981. Bhí scláir agus seachtá an láthir an maidan luan úd. Bhí túr agus seachtá daltagain an bhát agus fógraíoch go raibh an scoil lán ó hebh líon an altaí. Dan scoil bbliain 1981-82. Slán beo mar an instre. Me héin agus mo leabhádóir John Walsh an stúr. Background. At 10:50 a.m. Wednesday, the 1st of June, 1981, I was interviewed for the position of principal, New Community School in Rathcoole. 8 p.m. Wednesday, the 8th of June, 1981, I was appointed by the Board of Management to the position of Principal, Secretary Board of Management, as recommended by the Selection Interview Board. The work of developing and leading the new community school had now started. Setting up the new school, September 1981. We were on a building site. We had one wing or section of the building with 3 classrooms. 3 classes were enrolled, and they were known as R, C, and S, standing for Rathcoole Community School. In the early days, the board was well served by many people, including Father Noel Redmond, Sister Claude Maher, 3 TDs, Larry McMahon, Mervyn Taylor, and Sean Walsh, representing the County Dublin VEC, Mr. Michael Clonan and Mrs. Irene McCormack of the parents group. Our source of power at the beginning was an old generator from which we received the day-to-day energy for running the school. Only Father Frank Duffy, the school chaplain, could manage this source of power, and we depended on it until the 17th of November. So much depended then on Father Frank's timekeeping for the first few months. The ESB was turned on Tuesday, the 17th of November, 1981. The growth in student enrolment. The school was built for 510 students. We opened on Monday, the 21st of September, with 71 students. Our vision of a community school was a school at the centre of the community, to serve the community, promote and reflect the values of the community, promote Christian values and sound value systems, promote academic excellence, value each student and help them be the best they could. September 1981, all the staff started work on promoting the school as a centre of excellence. A very strong commitment to the school was shared by all working there, and this helped to develop an excellent staff-pupil-parent relationship. By the end of our 4th year, we had acute student accommodation, and the department built us a semi-permanent building with a capacity for 250 students. A fine standalone physical education hall followed. It is true to say that we were permanently on a building site, but that created its own excitement. It also kept us in constant contact with the Department of Education and brought some additional benefits to the school. We always valued the department's input to school life. Scór chéile a bhairmid. Benachte.
My involvement with HFCS was first as a parent. At a meeting of Newcastle and District Residents Association in 1975, I asked the question, where do students go to secondary school? They scatter like hayseed to Selbridge, Clondalkin, Tallinn, Naas and Dublin. You're a teacher. Why don't you get us to school? So arising from the meeting, a post-primary school committee was formed with representatives from Newcastle, Rathcoole, Sagart Community Council, the parents' representatives on the boards of management of the local national schools. I was elected chairperson of this group. Our campaign involved surveys of the surrounding secondary schools, surveys of parents in our national schools. We presented our case for a school to the department and lobbied politicians. We were very lucky to have 2 ministers in our constituency, Mark Clinton and Justin Keating. And in 1977, prior to the general election, the Minister for Education, Dick Burke, sanctioned a school for Rathcoole. From 1977 we put constant pressure to 81. We put constant pressure on the department to deliver. We identified a site on the Kiltee Road. We met with Miss Walsh, the owner, in her pub in Stony Batter. She agreed to sell, and the department agreed to buy. Jim Goss, our secretary, played a key role in pressurising and pestering the department. Our school opened miraculously on the 21st of September 1981 in record time. Now, the community school model was new and exciting. The first community school had opened in Tallaght only in 1972. One school would serve all the community. Tomas and I worked as a senior management team, sharing the management task, one staff member commented, "We don't have a principal and vice principal. We have a principal with two heads." Our vision was for a caring school where every child would be valued and nurtured. Our student management system was based on a pastoral care model where each year had a year head who coordinated the work of class tutors, teachers, the learning support department, the guidance counsellors and the chaplain. As a Greenfield school, we had a huge task in developing procedures, policies and systems for all areas of school life. Our collaborative model involved all teachers in this task. Staff meetings identified areas of need. Staff working parties were formed and reported back to plenary staff meetings. Decisions were taken on the basis of staff consensus. We created a happy, hard-working school where there was a very special relationship between teachers and students. Now, the role of the Parents Association in our school has been hugely important. We involved parents as partners through a policy of openness. We held open days and nights prior to enrolment, information nights and parent-teacher meetings. Parents quickly responded to the needs of our school. Money was scarce in the 80s. A parents' fundraising group was formed which in 1986 evolved into the Parents Association. As a parent, I was selected onto the Parents' Council. I attended the Council's monthly meetings, which became a forum for parents to discuss school policies and issues and provide feedback. I became the liaison person between the Council and the school management. Through fundraising and the voluntary contribution, the Parents Association provided lots of additional facilities: computers, a fourth science room, lockers, PE equipment, and contributions towards the stained glass window in our school oratory and the memorial garden. One of the highlights of our school year was the annual career night organised by the Guidance Department and the Parents' Council. When I became principal in 2005, Brenda, as deputy principal, assumed my role on the Parents' Council. I had 28 wonderful years in HFCS. I think we built a wonderful school together. We believe that people support what they create and value what they own. HFCS is our school. We created it together.
I joined Holy Family Community School in 1982 as a substitute teacher and was delighted to become a permanent member of staff in September 1983, teaching science, chemistry and maths. I became deputy principal in 2005 and was principal from 2009 until October 2020. I was very fortunate to find my tribe early in my career, and I have many, many happy memories of my 38 years in Holy Family Community School. Over the years, I witnessed the rapid growth in student and staff numbers and the buildings needed to house them. In addition to ongoing refurbishment projects, I worked with Christy Morrin to build Phase 4 and Phase 5 and to apply for Phase 6. While continuing the planning for our new school building, which had begun in 2004. In that year, Tomás O'Shea, John Walsh and the Board of Management identified a need for a 1,000 pupil school within 7 years, and planning meetings with the Department of Education began. In 2007, the school was included on a list of 56 schools approved to proceed to major building works. A technical team from the Department of Education visited the school and concluded that, with the exception of the PE hall, the existing school buildings should be replaced by a new school. And then Ireland went into recession. A design team was eventually appointed in 2013 and planning permission for a new school, including a new PE hall, was granted in 2016. Despite the huge work of all of the boards of management, principals and deputy principals since 2004, the new school building project has suffered many delays for a variety of reasons, including recession, changes to building regulations, and most recently, the COVID-19 pandemic. However, it is now back on track, and I am sure it will be worth the wait. While the new school building will be warmly welcomed, our school has always been more than bricks and mortar. It is a vibrant, inclusive, nurturing, caring, learning community that is constantly in pursuit of excellence. Students have full access to a comprehensive curriculum, pastoral support, additional needs support, and a wide range of co-curricular and extracurricular activities. They are supported and encouraged to become informed, caring, responsible, and active family members, community members, and global citizens. They are encouraged to realise their full potential and purpose in life. Holy Family Community School has always been an active, collaborative partnership between trustees, the Board of Management, parents, guardians, students, staff, feeder primary schools, and the wider community, with a common purpose of providing the best possible education for all our students. The school's vision statement encapsulates its characteristic spirit and the fused values and educational traditions of its trustees. Despite the many changes over the years, our school's spirit is as strong as ever, and this was very evident in the way the school community responded to the school closures during the COVID-19 pandemic. Denise O'Keeffe, John Walsh, Christy Morrin and I would like to thank all staff and members of pastoral care teams, student support teams, additional and special educational needs teams for their unfailing commitment to the students in their care and for their collegiality. We would like to thank the students, the mentors and students' councils past and present for all their contributions to our school. Also, we'd like to thank the parents, guardians and parents' associations for their trust and constant support. The school has been blessed with very active and supportive boards of management and chairpersons, and we would like to thank the members of the boards, many of them serving for many years. We would like to thank the chairpersons, Father Noel Redmond, who was chairperson for the first 28 years, the late John Costello, who served as chairperson for 3 years, and Dermot Lahey, who has served as chairperson for the past 6 years. We also need to thank the members of the selection boards, again, many of them serving for many years. We would like to thank our trustees, the Presentation Sisters, the Spirit and Education Trust, and Dublin and Dún Laoghaire ETB for their continuous support. Over the years, the school received much support from the Association for Community and Comprehensive Schools, from our educational psychologists, educational welfare officers, special educational needs coordinators, and various departments within the HSE, and we thank them for all of that support. We would like to give a special word of thanks to our feeder primary schools in Rathcoole, Newcastle and Saggart. And also thanks to our local community that has supported all of the school's endeavours. Finally, Denise O'Keeffe, John Walsh, Christy Morrin and I would like to extend our congratulations to the whole school community on our school's 40th anniversary. We wish you continued happiness and success. Good night, Untitled.
I have worked in Holy Family Community School from August 1984 until October 2020, and I loved every minute, hour and day of it. I taught metalwork and engineering from 1984 until 2008-09 and served as Deputy Principal from 2009 until 2020. Holy Family is a great school with a great staff, students and parents. The collaborative culture of everybody working for the good of the students of the school had been instilled in all of us from the very start, and there was always a great sense of encouragement to bring changes and positive innovations to enhance the Holy Family experience for everyone. I've been asked to comment on 3 main areas: the provision of ICT in the school, peer-to-peer staff CPD, and the school's extracurricular programme. In regard to ICT, there had always been a healthy interest in the use of technology for education in the school. In the late 1980s, the Parents' Fundraising Committee funded the provision of basic computers in the form of BBC Master compact devices. But by the early 1990s, these had become obsolete and of little use. It was agreed that the school should plan for the provision and implementation of a computer technology programme of education for all students and staff. Personal computers were required, but were very expensive in the early 1990s, costing over £1,200 each, a lot of money in 1994. However, the Parents Association again raised funds to enable the purchase of 16 personal computers, and that was the start of it all. At that time, there was very little knowledge amongst the teaching staff about computers and how to use them. In accordance with long-standing traditions in Holy Family, a committee was formed to address this. Teachers on that committee were trained, and they provided training for all staff in graded sessions after school hours, as well as providing day-to-day informal support for teachers in ICT-related queries. This peer-led training and support enabled teachers to overcome technical fears and to become more confident in the use of ICT. The school's ICT infrastructure and facilities grew continuously from 1994 onwards and is now well on the way to becoming a full digital school. This has brought very positive systemic change to teaching and learning in the school, and long may it continue. A key constant at all stages of the school's development, and in particular ICT development, has been the full support of staff and their willingness to engage in relevant continuous professional development. Most teachers will acknowledge that the best CPD is often that which is delivered by your peers. The staff at Holy Family have always been willing to engage in peer-to-peer training, and currently there is a great teaching and learning committee in the school who regularly hosts open meetings for all staff to attend. These meetings are well attended by staff, and it is wonderful to see teachers demonstrating innovative teaching methodologies that they have developed for use in their classes. In regard to extracurricular activities, there's always been a huge commitment to the provision of this programme from staff and management. Down through the years, the staff have worked with vigour and passion to develop these sporting and non-sporting activities and have enabled students to receive a well-rounded education in Holy Family. Staff have developed school sports teams over the years, varying from popular sports such as the Gaelic Games, soccer, all the disciplines in athletics, basketball, rugby, etc., right down to table tennis, badminton and other minority sports. The extracurricular programme is not just about sports, but also includes all the other non-sporting activities such as school musicals, shows, concerts, plays, trips abroad, tours, etc. There have been so many wonderful occasions and memories from these events. When you speak with former students, they all remember the shows, the trips, the games, etc., as well, of course, as their teachers and members of staff. Huge thanks is due to all staff over the years for their commitment to all the extracurricular activities in the school, and a special thanks is due to the senior management teams who have always supported the school's extracurricular programme. I am certain that this will continue over the next 40 years in Holy Family. Finally, I would like to thank all my wonderful colleagues who I worked with over the years for their friendship, support, advice, and for the great crack we all enjoyed along the way. I would like to thank all the senior management teams and the boards of management I worked with, and I wish the school and everyone in Holy Family all the very best for the next 40 years.
Hello, my name is Dermot Lahey. I'm the current chair of the Board of Management of Holy Family Community School. On behalf of the board, I'm delighted to offer sincerest congratulations to all who have played a part in the journey of our school community so far. We are grateful to each and all who have taken the time to build this community, to those who create the welcoming atmosphere here, and especially to those who offer assistance to others who need it. It is a humbling sight to see how our school community raises to challenges before it. The recent COVID-19 challenge would have been all the more difficult were it not for the willingness of staff and students alike to embrace new methods of working and to ensure we attended to our core teaching and learning duties. This willingness and approach could not have been created overnight. It is due to the countless efforts over the past 40 years, efforts both seen and unseen, that have built our community to what it is today. To all who have played a part in building our community, to all who continue to serve our community, the very best wishes to you all for the future.
How did I become involved with the Parent Council? I remember attending the incoming first year information meeting at the school, and it was mentioned that the Parent Council are always looking for new members, and that kind of planted the seed with me. I've only got one child, and I knew that moving from primary school to secondary school was going to be a huge change, not just for him, but really for both of us. And I thought by joining the Parent Council, I might learn more about how the school works, which would help me and my son. And you know, after primary school, it's very, very easy to lose contact with other parents. So I thought by joining the Parent Council, it would help me keep up that contact. So I next attended the Parent Council annual general meeting, to which all parents are invited. And I put myself forward, and that was really the start of it. That was 3 years ago, I joined the Parent Council. And then this year I had the honour of being elected chairperson. So what are my impressions of the Holy Family Community School? I think the school is vital to the local area, and it really does serve the local community really, really well. And also the school is a community in a sense of students, board of management, teachers, and of course parents. And that sense of inclusion is vital for all parties. The school has an atmosphere that nurtures and encourages learning, and very importantly, children with additional needs are given the resources and the respect to enable them to reach their ability rather than their disability. So what are my best memories or highlights of my time so far with Holy Family Community School? Well, I suppose the one for me, the one that springs to mind is the annual bag packing that the Parent Council organises in Dunstores and City West. I've been lucky enough to be involved in 2 of those so far, and the crack and the goodwill, it's just great. It's amazing the number of shoppers who have had or currently have an association with the school. You know, they tell you about their children or their grandchildren, or you know, who are current or ex-students, and it just makes you think of all the children, all the students who have walked through the doors of the school over the years. And there are only ever positive comments, and it just makes all of the members of the Parent Council really, really proud to be associated with the school. Anything else that I'd like to say? Well, just on behalf of the Parent Council, wishing the Holy Family Community School and everybody involved with it a very, very happy 40th anniversary.
I'm very pleased to be given an opportunity to record this message of congratulations to Holy Family Community School on the occasion of your 40th anniversary. I speak on behalf of Kesht and also the Presentation Sisters. Presentation Sisters have been a joint patron to this school since it was set up in 1981, and they have continued to be involved with the school over the years. Kesht now carries out the function of the Presentation Sisters in the school. Holy Family Community School is an innovative, vibrant and inclusive place which promotes a Christian value system. We're very proud to work very closely with the school and consider ourselves to be part of the family. We aim to protect and to preserve the founding traditions of the Presentation Sisters in the school. We work in partnership and we endeavour to prepare our young people for their futures in society. Last year, for example, we worked very closely with our co-trustees, Dublin and Larry ETB, and the Spirit in Education Trust to renew and to reinvigorate the chiristic spirit in conjunction with the admissions policy. Presentation Sisters have nominees on the Board of Management and also on all selection panels where appointments are made in this school. On the occasion of the 40th anniversary, a great milestone in your history, I would like to thank all the boards of management, all the principals and all the staff who have served in this school down through the years. For the past couple of years, I have worked very closely with Mrs. Kelly, and I would like to wish her well in her retirement. And more recently, I've worked with Miss Fallon, your new principal, and I would like to take the opportunity to wish Miss Fallon every success in her ongoing work here in Holy Family Community School. I am happy to say that for me, there is much evidence that Holy Family Community School is a very special place for the staff and students who work here, and I thank you all for that. I am proud to be associated with this school, and once again offer my congratulations to you. May you go from strength to strength. I hope that your new building very soon becomes a reality. You deserve it. And in the words of Nan O'Neill and in the intentions of Nan O'Neill, be radical, be brave, be determined as you go forward. May God bless you and your work here in Holy Family Community School. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Derek Maher. I'm one of the deputy principals here in the Holy Family Community School. I joined Holy Family back in 2012, where I taught maths, biology and development education over the last number of years. And since October 2020, I have now been one of the deputy principals along with Denise O'Keeffe and Liam Ferguson. I have to say, my favourite thing about the Holy Family is probably the sense of community that we have here. The community amongst the staff, the students and also the Board of Management and the trustees is something that is second to none. I am delighted to say happy birthday to the Holy Family on their 40th anniversary, and I look forward to the next 40 years.
Dave, my name is Liam Ferguson and I'm one of the 3 deputy principals here in Holy Family Community School. I started here in October 2020, so just under a year to date. In my relatively short time here, the one thing that has really stood out to me is the fantastic atmosphere and morale that exists throughout the school. Not only between staff, but between staff and students and between all stakeholders. And I've no doubt that such a great culture exists thanks to the fantastic work undertaken by all staff and different managements over the last 40 years. Fuiera here, Bawat Lum, Muckagorjagus, Agawal, Legak Ain Dinna, a Glock part agus atá Glocku part I sail na scola an seo. Agus guim gachra an scoil agus pobl na scola sna blianta fada atá le teacht. Gurad míle magat.
Hi, my name is Denise O'Keeffe and I am a teacher in Holy Family Community School since September of 1994. So that's quite some time that I have spent in Holy Family. I'm currently one of 3 deputy principals along with Derek Maher and Liam Ferguson. I have worked under 4 principals in the school, Tomas O'Shea, John Walsh, Brenda Kelly and currently under Ingrid Fallon. And I suppose one of the things that I have identified as a key personality trait of all of the principals of the school is their kind and caring nature and the way that they very much look after their staff and students. And I suppose one of the reasons why I have stayed in the school as long as I have is for that very reason, the caring nature of the school. I taught English in the school for well over 20 years and I have to say that I loved every single minute in the classroom. I'm loving being the deputy principal in the school, and I suppose over the years I've seen many changes, but one of the things that really hasn't changed is the way that the young people of Holy Family really look out for one another. The level of support amongst the staff for the students is tremendous. And I would like to take this opportunity to wish the school a very, very happy 40 years. And look forward to many more years in the school. Take care.
Steve, my name is Eamon Walsh and I worked in the school from 1983 until 2011. I taught English and French for all that period, and I was also a year head and involved in the setting up and the development of the support structures for students with additional needs for most of that period. I must say, a very enjoyable chunk of my life. I would like to read a poem by a former student of mine. He was in the second Leaving Cert class, and the poem is published, of course, in the 25th anniversary book. It's Thomas Hoxie is his name. He wasn't into sport at all, and he dreaded football games, where he was usually picked last for the team and then put into goal. The match takes place on the football field of the school, and the girls are playing tennis on the basketball court. My matchmaking feet engaged. My matchmaking feet engaged the grass and ground on the football field of torture. For me anyway. Incompetent, last to be picked for the team, lusting after idleness, I blasphemed the get-up, school, homework trinity. Bored and frozen, I longed for a polar bear to crush me into heaven. The boys were on the high field, the girls below on the tennis tarmacadam. A football supersonist passed me in goal. I didn't see it. I was watching my love, the rubber duck falling in love with the swan. I'd like to congratulate all those who have been involved in the school from the beginning, and those of you who are keeping the good tradition established, keeping it going. And gur a fada bún sibh go léir, agus gur a fada bún pobl scoil Untitled Chapter. Gur magad slán.